in Arendelle, Elsa is still queen, and Anna and Kristoff are getting ready to get married. It has been a few years since the events of the film, and they are finally ready to tie the knot. However, they find out that Elsa and Anna's parents weren't on a little business trip when they died. They were actually on their way to a place called Mist Haven. They were on their way to a place called Mist Haven in order to find a way to take away Elsa's powers, so that Elsa could finally have a normal life, so she wouldn't have to live in fear. They wanted what was best for their daughter, and they thought they were doing the right thing. This is actually years before Emma's birth. So this is far back in the past. And, so Anna leaves on a journey to go to Mist Haven, better known as the Enchanted Forest. She goes to find out exactly what their parents were doing there. She's there to find out exactly what their parents were doing there. Hey, Sissy. This is my cat, Sissy. She's a chatterbox. So they... Okay, so while that's going on, in modern day, Elsa has arrived in Storybrooke because of an urn that she was apparently sealed away in. She is afraid. She has no idea what's going on. She has no idea where she is. Emma finds her, calms her down, and agrees to help her find Anna, because Anna is missing. All the while, they find out that perhaps Elsa's not the only Snow Queen. They quickly find out there is another Snow Queen, who, ironically, owns an ice cream shop. And, she's been in Storybrooke this whole time. And, so this Snow Queen seems to have quite the history with both Elsa and Emma, but neither of them remember her. They eventually do, and they remember that Elsa remembers that this Snow Queen is actually her aunt, the older sister of her mother. And Emma remembers that this Snow Queen had been a part of her life for a long time, and at one point they were actually family. She had adopted Emma for a while. And it didn't end too well, obviously. Emma ended up running away. And Evil Snow Queen is apparently, uh, Sissy, not right now. The Evil Snow Queen is apparently, uh, trying to create a mirror for a spell called the Spell of Shattered Sight, which, when completed, will turn all of Storybrooke against each other. The town will tear itself apart. All the while, Rumpelstiltskin and Belle are enjoying their marriage. They got married, and they spent their honeymoon inside a large mansion that came over in the last curse. No one had claimed it yet, so they decided to spend their honeymoon there. And one of the first things they do for their honeymoon is they put on the music of Beauty and the Beast. No songs, just the music, and they dance. And Rumple uses magic to give Belle her classic yellow dress and him the blue and yellow suit. And it is one of the most beautiful scenes in the series. I absolutely love that scene. It actually made me shed a tear. It was so well done. But things don't last long, as Rumple is slowly going down the slope to being evil again, because he finds the magical hat owned by the wizard. That's right, they're bringing in the hat. The magician's apprentice, the hat, the magical brooms, all that stuff. They brought all that in. Oh, Sissy, stop yapping! And so, you just want all the attention, don't you? So, okay, I should probably wrap this up. So, after Emma and Elsa find out about their past with her, it's also discovered that Anna is the one who sealed Emma inside the urn, because the spell of Shattered Sight was used on her, which forcefully turned her against Elsa. She had no control over herself. And all the while, this whole time, all of Arendelle, Elsa, Kristoff, everyone, was completely frozen over. For 30 years, they had been frozen, and then it stops. Everyone just returns to normal. And they returned to normal when Elsa, and they had returned to normal when Emma had come to Storybrooke for the first time. They have been trying to find a way to get Elsa. They had been trying to find a way to get Elsa back for a couple of years. Her and Kristoff, because Hans has taken over Arendelle. Hans and his 12 brothers have taken over Arendelle. They did find a way by using a thing called the Wishing Star they will be able to get Elsa back. However, it's a trap. They go to meet Blackbeard, and it turns out Blackbeard was already bribed by Hans. And, yeah. So, they get stuffed into a trunk and thrown into the river. And they get stuffed into a trunk and thrown into the ocean. The two of them are drowning, and at that moment, the curse of the spell of Shattered Sight is getting ready to hit, and Elsa and Emma head to the shore because a locator spell brought them to the shore. And it is the exact spot where Anna and Kristoff are in the Enchanted Forest. In the Enchanted Forest, they are in that exact spot, but in the real world, in our world, they're not there. So Elsa wishes on the item. It was a necklace. It was a necklace that was left behind by their parents, and she gave it to Anna, and she wishes on it. She wishes that she could see Anna one more time, and her wish is granted. The necklace was the wishing star. So her parents found a way to take Elsa's powers away, and they decided not to. They sent it back. They sent it back ahead of them, and on their way back, their ship crashed. So that's pretty tragic. The spell of Shattered Sight hits, and everyone turns against each other. Except for Elsa, Emma, and Anna. They are the only ones who are unaffected by it. Because Anna has already been affected by the spell once, she can't be affected by it again. And Elsa and Emma are immune because the evil Snow Queen wants them. She wants them to replace her two other sisters that she lost. She wants a new family. She wants to create a new family with the two of them. Elsa and Emma go to stop the evil queen. Anna finds a little bottle with a note in it that was teleported to our world when the trunk that her and Kristoff were in were transported. Because apparently the bottle was right next to the trunk. So, she opens up the bottle, there's a note inside, she reads it, and it's from their parents. She goes to show the evil queen, not the evil queen, she goes to show the Snow Queen, and the Snow Queen realizes that her younger sister, the Queen of Arendelle, regretted everything that happened between the two of them. She is the one who sealed the Snow Queen inside the urn. The Snow Queen had been sealed inside the urn for years before she was finally released, and she escaped to our world. And that's how she got to our world in the first place. And, and so she finds out everything about how sorry, like, her younger sister is, and she regrets everything. She regrets ever starting this curse. So she sacrifices her life in order to stop it. And Elsa and Anna, leave. And Emma and everyone find out that Rumpel is up to no good. Throughout the course of this story, Rumpel has been building up magic. He has been gathering magic in order to he's been gathering up magic, sealing it inside the hat in order to separate himself from the dagger, so that no one will ever be able to control him again. And he's about to do it, and then Belle shows up. She shows up with the dagger, and she has him take the two of them to the town line. And she walks him towards the town line and tells him to leave Storybrooke and to never come back. And there is, of course, another curse upon the Storybrooke town line. Once you leave it, you can never come back. You will be blocked out of Storybrooke. And all the while, as far as Regina's story goes, she wants to find the author so she can ask him to make her a better story. Because she's tired of losing, because the author, no matter what she does, the author still sees her as a villain. So she always loses. Villains always lose. So she wants to find the author and ask if he can write her a better story, a better ending. Henry decides to help, and so does Emma. And all the while, Maiden Marian ended up getting a curse from the Snow Queen, and has to leave Storybrooke because it's about to freeze her heart. Robin Hood and his son have to go with her because they can't leave her to wander this new world alone. So they have to work. So they all have to be together. So Regina has to say goodbye to the one she loves. And so Robin Hood and Maiden Marian, Rumpel, they're all gone. They all leave Storybrooke. And Rumpel at the end he goes to an aquarium and finds Ursula. She is in this world as well. It's time to gather the Queens of Darkness. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.